Hello and welcome to another update video on Solana. Well, not much movement today. The price has been rejected so far from our micro resistance area that we've been tracking. Obviously, bigger picture, larger time frame, no change at all. At the moment, I'm not convinced that let's say a really substantial, very meaningful low has formed. I mean, there's always a question of interpretation. What is a meaningful low, right? But I'm talking about a decisive, sustained low, that now leads to a rally to $250 and $300. I'm not convinced yet. I would need to see a 5-wave advance from here. We are far away from that. I don't see that. I'm always looking for a couple of things when we talk about potential trend reversals. Has the first resistance area been broken? No. So there isn't even the evidence that the market wants to break above the nearest resistance zone, which is here between $157 and $164.50. And then do I have a 5-wave move up? Sometimes it could be. We're just testing resistance, but we've rallied into resistance in 5 waves. So there is a good chance to go higher. Actually, probabilities would be on our side. But also here, if I zoom in a little bit, you might see that the rally is clearly only in 3 waves. So I do have a 3-wave rally into resistance. And actually something that, looks quite sharp to the downside, but then it's not a 5-wave decline either. And that does keep the door open for higher prices, but not, let's say, necessarily suggest at this point that we are going to see a very, very substantial rally. Can happen. So let's talk about the options. I mean, one scenario which would be ideal but often doesn't happen, that last nice low, okay, that would be the yellow scenario in which we could still get another low. We've got a wave 1, we've got a wave 2, we've got a wave 3, we've got a wave 4, and we could now be moving down in a 5th wave. That would give us 5 waves down. If that happens, then the market ideally now stays below the $164 level, because that would be let's say a potential 4th wave price top internally in yellow, and we could be moving down in a 5th wave. That's a scenario I'm tracking on the Bitcoin chart as well. If you watched the last video, you know what I'm talking about, the yellow scenario on the Bitcoin chart. Possible. One more low would be ideal, but the market hasn't given me evidence that we've actually started wave 5, other than a rejection from resistance. So what would be evidence? Well, at least a break below the last low. Somehow here maybe $151.70 or $150.70 would be a good indication that the 5th wave has started. Because we do have a 3-wave move down only, after a 3-wave move up, a wider corrective rally is likely, very likely. But in both scenarios, and that's very, very important, in both scenarios, I currently assume we are still in a correction. Whether this means we're going down more directly or we get a little bit of a rally first before we go down doesn't really make a great difference. When would I change my view? I mean, that is the base case right now, right? When would I change my view? I would change my view if I see something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna highlight that in white, and that would be a more direct move to the upside. This is what I would need to see to indicate that we are going up more directly, that we're breaking out, that the market is, let's say, going to my $360 target in a very direct fashion. That means the wave 2 already bottomed earlier than expected, and so much more. But is that really what I can be confident about at this point? No. I wouldn't. I'm just putting it here to show you what we would need to see for a first 5-wave move up, so everybody can visualize that. I don't see it as very likely at this point. Surely it will become more likely if the market rallies to a decent level in the 3rd wave, and then all we need is another 4-5 pattern. But for now, we haven't even broken initial resistance. I think it's quite likely we might break initial resistance. Okay, for maybe one more high at least. Catch all the short sellers out. That's what a B wave loves to do. But unless we get 5 waves, I think I would still prefer another low. That's the update on the Solana chart. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.